Hey y'all, welcome back to another edition of Old School versus New School. What's going on, Alex?
It's all good in the hood. What's up, E?
Nothing much. Getting ready to get into this crazy episode that everybody want to hear about so bad.
Isn't this pure madness? I tell you one thing. Puffy better not step on my toe. I want 30 million,
I cannot.
and I wanted
Well,
and I wanted the next day.
I mean, it's really not no laughing matter, but it's kind of laughable at all these people who they didn't believe it. They didn't believe all these people that was coming out and saying what they were saying. And now all of a sudden, I just saw a clip and it basically was talking about because the victim now looks like a Cassie. Now everybody wants to take it serious. Do you feel like that has anything to do with it?
No, this is a clear example. Listen, years ago when John F. Kennedy was assassinated, Malcolm X said, "This is an example of the chickens coming home to roost." Right? In other words, what's been done behind the scenes in the dark in the guise of night, all these different kind of things now, they start to come to light. You can't keep those things hidden forever. You can't pay enough people. You don't have enough money. You can't pay enough people for their silence. People get older. The world changes. Their life changes. Everything changes. If stuff starts to come out, you got to start paying for what you've done in the dark.
Yeah. Well, before we get into it, I just want to welcome everybody, um, especially my members. Y'all know y'all special to me. So just welcome everybody that's coming in. Hit that like button on your way in. And I guess we could just get right into it because we start talking about Cassie first. So
Yep.
what was you just telling me before we had went live? I never heard that opinion. Do you want to share it with the people about Cassie?
Uh oh, you talking about which one? With Kid Cudi?
Well, no, you were saying that she's not innocent in this.
No, no, and that's the thing too, because people looking to see who's the real victim here. Is it Cassie? Is it Diddy? Whatever. And I say they both play a part. There's no innocence. They're both victims. Okay. Diddy is a victim now of his own wretchedness. This is what this is coming back. That's why I just said a minute ago. So he's victimized by the things that he's done, his decisions, the people that he's affected, in these powerfully negative ways. But Cassie's also she's not innocent either because she was young, chasing the bag. She had this big music executive that wanted her. She wasn't, in my opinion, all that talented. She's very pretty, but the industry's
I
full
don't
of
think
pretty
she was.
girls.
You don't think Cassie's talented?
No, no, no. Because listen, Nicole, listen. Again, we talk about the era I came up in and the era that's happening now and things like that. I grew up listening to Shaka Khan, Patti LaBelle, Aretha
Hmm.
Franklin. I mean, these are singers. Okay, I mean, the purest singers you can find. Okay, Whitney Houston. Okay, so when you measure that by the talent today that's singing, they just don't measure up. There's no comparison. So
Hey, Miss
she's in
Sherry.
she's in that group who just are manufactured studio singers. She's in that group with a pretty face. I guess she dances okay, and she falls into that category.
Oh, okay, okay.
But they're both victims of their own decision making. Now he
Mm.
had the power and ability to do whatever he needed to do to her, okay, but she came into that situation with her eyes wide open. Man will always walk into hell with both eyes open if it looks
Do you
appealing
do
enough
you
to him.
really think that because he got a hold to her when she was very young?
I mean, it could be that R. Kelly Aaliyah shit. It could be
Well, it's
that.
not necessarily that because I do believe she was 18.
Well, I mean, manipulating
allegedly,
a young.
but
I mean, manipulating a young girl. She could be
okay, okay.
19 or 20. She's still not cooked upstairs.
Exactly. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah, she's still not cooked upstairs all the way. So
Hey, Nene.
he was what, late 30s, maybe 40 at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's like he was able to control her, with his power, his money, things of that nature, and she saw it as a big opportunity. So
Mm-hmm.
she walked into it. But when she started seeing things, she was in too deep at that point. Unlike Jennifer Lopez, who got the fuck out quick.
Well, let's hold off on her real quick because we got to go back. So let's talk about the whole taking advantage thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when Puff Daddy first came out, you was telling me he started off as a dancer. I did not necessarily know that, but I do know when he was very young, Clive Davis got a hold of him, and that's where I thought it all began. But you said that he was a dancer, so he was already a little, zesty, if you like to say.
Yeah, he was a dancer. He started out dancing, and he got recognized for his dancing. He was a very good dancer. He got recognized as such, and he
A
started coming
good
up the ladder.
dancer.
Yeah, he's a pretty good dancer.
Did he lose his dancing skills? What?
Well, you start getting money, you become an executive, and you start getting too cool now, to do certain moves or do certain things. Now you're too cool. You're the big man now. So,
I'm like, what dancer? Hey,
it's
Ben.
like being a gangster. If you're not allowed to laugh too much when you're a gangster, you got to always look tough. So you can be the funniest comedian, but you got to sit there with that face and laugh on the inside, because if you laugh too hard on the outside, it's a sign of weakness. It's just ridiculous, these stupid rules.
Well, then after Clive Davis, he gave them to Andre Harrell.
What do you mean gave him to? What does that mean? Clarify.
He gave him to him. Look how Andre looking at him.
See, you starting, E.
I'm just saying, they say a picture say 1,000 words, right? What do that picture look like it's saying to you?
I'm about to sop him up with a biscuit. Where's the gravy?
Cause what?
Where's the gravy?
And then, we gonna start as we go down this list. Some of these people are not here anymore. So it's like, when do you start looking into rumors and feeling like it has some validity to it? Because the people that know the most about him, a lot of those people not here no more.
Yeah, Andre's gone.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Andre's gone now. He's been gone a couple of years, maybe 2-3 years, maybe now.
I think it's been longer than that.
Because time fly by so fast. It's hard to keep track.
Right.
But it's a situation where once you're bought in to this business and you get indoctrinated, you get initiated into this business, it's very difficult at that point to get out. Because once you agree to do certain things under that indoctrination or initiation or whatever you want to call it, you can't just get up. It's like the mafia. You can't just get up and say, "Oh, I'm tired. I want out." Because you have too many secrets now. You're keeping secrets of other people. You've seen them do things. They cannot have you walking around amongst common folk with their secrets. They just can't. They can't afford that. So you got to go.
The era when you got your story? Is this the era right here?
My story is the late 80s, early 90s, more sort of late 80s. I'm gonna tell you something, E, and it's serious.
So you back here.
When I was younger, my brothers and I, we were singing, and I had a pretty good voice back then. We was okay. I was very young, and we actually had a deal with RCA Records in New York, and we would go to the studio and hang out and record and do these kind of things. We were preparing to start, recording our album at the time, and there was a young guy, white dude, small man, white guy. He wanted to manage us. Right, I'm not going to say his name, obviously, but he wanted to manage us. And he asked us one day, he said, "What do you guys need every month to sustain your families while you guys record your album?" So we was like, "Yeah, we 15 grand a piece of work." It was me and my brother Ricky, who was on the show here with us a couple of months ago. Yeah. He said about 15 grand a piece work. He said, okay, no problem. So after that, he called us, a week or so later, whatever time span was. He called us to the RCA offices one day to have a meeting, and he starts walking through all these long corridors. I'm like, where you going? We're walking past offices, so we like, where you going? He's still walking. So me and my brother, we looking at each other like, what the hell going on here? It's kind of weird, right? So he entered this room. Nothing in this room but a long table and some chairs. Nothing else in this room. So my brother looked at me and looked at him, and this my brother said to him. He said, "Listen, I hope there's not gonna be none of that faggot shit." That's what I'm just quoting what my brother said.
Wait a minute now. We on YouTube now.
But that's what he said. I'm just trying to keep the story. I'm trying to keep the story authentic. Okay. So he said, so the gentleman said, no, it's not none of that. So my brother said, okay, cool. What are we talking about? He said, well, what y'all need every month? My brother said, I told you 15 grand a piece. He said, okay, cool. Meeting over. Do you know that man never talked to us again? Ever in life. He's never talked to us again because he wanted us to come in that room and bend him over. He wanted these two black bucks to go up in his behind. That's what he wanted. Or he wanted to do us. That's what it was about. Right. Because once my brother said what he said, it was exposed at that point. We knew what it was. Okay. But see, this is what goes on. Now, had we done that at that time, hell, I might be a multimillionaire right now, but I'll be very troubled. I wouldn't be to live with my conscience. My soul be troubled. I might be a drug addict, an alcoholic or something. Right. Because when you got to live with that stuff, because think about this. You take a person who broke ass poor, living with rats, roaches, on welfare, whatever. You offer them the world. You can have the mansions and the cars and the this and the that. And you like, yeah, what I got to do? This is all you got to do. Come in this room and let's do this. And you go in the room, there's a bunch of people in there looking to abuse you. And you like, listen, I've been having sex and getting abused all my life for free. I could do this for some money. I could do it for millions of dollars. What the hell? Nobody gonna know. And you do it. And all of a sudden, the overnight success is such and such. Look how great they are. And blah, blah, blah. This is how this happens. It's unfortunate, but yeah.
Well, I don't have any words to say after that.
You know what, E? I watched the interview many years ago. Oprah interviewed Spike Lee, and Spike was trying to raise money for a film he hadn't completed because he ran out of money, and he, going to people to get the money to finish this movie.
You said Spike Lee, right?
Spike Lee, yeah. And so he was being interviewed by Oprah, and they were talking about the incident where he was trying to raise money, and he was going to certain celebrities to raise money. And he said to Oprah, you got to read between the lines because he can't say it outright. But he said, at some point in this business, you're going to have to make a moral decision based off what you will or will not do to move forward in this business. At some point. Now, we thinking, well, if you got good morals and got good integrity, that's what he's talking about. That's not what he's talking about. At some point,
I definitely know what he's talking about. I'm not gonna share right now.
You gotta
a later date.
you gotta decide what you're willing to give up, what you're willing to sacrifice.
You definitely gotta know what you're willing and not willing to do. Period. I mean, that's life, period. But especially when you want to go that route or whatever.
Yeah. And E, I want to apologize to you and everybody who may be listening. I used the F word because I wanted to keep the story authentic. And back then, in those days, in the late 80s and before that, that word was actually very acceptable. That slur was acceptable. Obviously, it's not acceptable now. But I
That
said it.
word will get you banned on YouTube.
Yeah, I said it to keep the story authentic. So, but you know, I
I
apologize to
need to
you,
get
but
a bleep machine for you.
yeah. But I've never
So
used
what
that
you was
word
telling
before.
me, huh?
I've never used that word before on the show. So I just want to
No,
make the
no, you have
story
not.
real.
You was telling me about something that he did to the locks. What was you telling me? I just saw a little clip of Jadakiss actually talking about the locks. I did not know that they was called the Warlocks first.
Mm.
He said they met Diddy or whatever, and he changed it to the locks. He changed a lot of people's names because we're gonna get into Total in a minute. He changed their name as well. What happened between him and the locks?
Well, it's about the publishing. You know, Puffy is notorious for taking everybody's publishing. This is what he's been known for doing all his career over the years. Artists leave him broke. They are broke when they leave him. He keeps all the publishing. As a matter of fact, there was a big story within the last 2 months. Remember, he gave everybody back their publishing. It was
I
all
didn't
over the
hear that
news.
story.
Yeah, it was all over the news. He gave everybody back their publishing, but the artists are like, listen, the publishing is worthless now. And unless they're calling you for a movie, to use your music in a movie or a commercial or whatever, the publishing is useless because Diddy took all the money. Okay.
But that's what they're
But
doing now. Like, you know how you see all the commercials and they playing all the old songs that we don't hear no more because
mhm.
they own the masters to them songs. The artists don't own them no more.
No,
You know what I'm
that's the
saying?
thing. That's where the money is in the publishing, owning the
Mhm.
masters and the publishing. So that's what the Locks and Jadakiss and Styles P, this is what they were upset with Puffy about, because they wanted their publishing and he didn't want to give it back to them,
Mm.
and there was a big argument about that, so he told them come to the offices like he was playing gangster, and they like, listen, I'm not coming down. You got the National Guard downstairs, bro. Come on now. We're not gonna get upstairs. Stop trying to play tough. You
Right.
ain't no gang. You ain't no gangster, bro. You know. So it's always about publishing and money. So just like they always say, just follow the money.
Mhm. Well, speaking of taking advantage of, let's move on to Shine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, didn't he get hold of Shine when Shine was like 15, 16? I know his mom had dropped him off to Puff Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting into trouble and things like that. And he promised his mom that he wouldn't let Shine get into any trouble.
Mm. Well, we know how that turned out, don't we?
Hey, on
You
the
know.
spot. Hold on,
We know.
time out, y'all. If y'all not subscribed to On the Spot, what are y'all doing? She will be here tomorrow for story time at 7 p.m. So look out for that. Make sure y'all turn y'all notifications on. It's definitely on my page. Make sure y'all come check her out because we don't know what she gonna come and tell us tomorrow, y'all.
I'm looking forward to that.
And she is one of my faves though.
Yeah.
But go ahead about Sean.
Yeah, but Sean is just another example of getting the kids and molding these children. That's what it's about. This is why a lot of times artists, if you haven't made it by the time you 30, 35, 40, you still gifted, you're still talented, but at that point, they can't mold you the way they want to mold you. Okay. So that's why they kind of phase out that age. Oh, you're getting too old. You're never too old to sing. You're never too old to act. You know what I
Right.
mean? But because they know in your mind at 40 years old, you're already set in your ways. They can't come at you with that bullshit. But
Right.
when you're a 13, 14, 15-year-old kid and you aspiring to be famous, because all these kids want to be famous, right? They want to be known and all this other kind of shit. That's what's more important to them. You can mold them and make them what you want them to be. So, and you gain their trust. And how do you gain their trust? Money, jewelry, nice cars, so forth. And before you know it, you're like a surrogate parent. They're doing whatever you tell them to do. And when shit hit the fan, they push you out there to take the heat. When shit hit the fan, which is what happened in Sean's case.
Well, that's not the only young person he been around.
No, that's commonplace. It's with all of them. Foxy Brown, whoever. I mean, All of them. Foxy was 13, 14, 15 when she was on her way into the business, So you got to get the kids, because stable-minded, mature adults going to see the BS coming from a mile away. You're not going to beat them all with them. I see Craig Mack on screen right now. Craig Mack had a beef with him later on in his life. We know Craig Mack is no longer here. He dealt with an illness, apparently, that took his life. God rest his soul. But yeah, they were beefing prior to his passing. So this is what goes on as people get older and mature. They get tired. They get fed up. They don't want to keep your secrets anymore. Okay. You can't keep them quiet. So you got to resort to harsh measures to keep people quiet. And that means if you want to keep them quiet permanently, you make arrangements to do that, or because you can't, after a while, people say, look, you can't pay me off no more. I'm tired. I want my soul at rest. There's not enough money in the world because I'm living in turmoil. I'm an alcoholic. I'm a drug addict. I can't live with this no more. I'm self-medicating. And the only way to do it is to clear your conscience. But if you clear your conscience, there's a high price to pay for that.
But everybody have a choice, because while we talking about Sean, after the whole Sean incident, Jennifer Lopez got away from Puff Daddy.
Yep. And she had a quote that I'm paraphrasing, and she said, I had to get the hell away from that fast. I'm paraphrasing, but that was basically her quote. So she knew right then, I can't be around this, and her career flourished. Her career flourished after the fact. Now, whatever else she did, that's on her. She
never been with another black man after that.
Well, that's not an indictment on black men, but she made her choices.
They said once you go black, you never go back. She went all the way back.
I mean, experience must have been so bad. She must have seen such ridiculous behavior that she was like, I just can't be around this. And
I believe she was for a small period of time, but after that, she cut all ties basically.
Yeah, I think after the case was over and Sean was doing those 10 years, she got out. Once Sean was sentenced and everything, she got up out of there. She got up out of there. So now, who's hot? Who's not? Tell me who's not? Who's selling stores? Who Jews got rocked?
Mace is not finna let up. Do you think that Mace is gonna come with a case against Diddy?
Well, he's been bad mouthing Diddy for several years now.
Definitely.
That Diddy owes him money. That Diddy has all the money in his mother's name, so nobody can really get it. This and that. So, Mace been pissed off for a long time. And
but he's supposed to be a pastor. He's got to forgive.
Listen, forgiveness is one thing. My money is something else.
He said he wants his money. But okay, so when you say he gave everybody their masters, they publishing back or whatever, was Mace included in this?
I don't think Mace was included in that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think Mace was included in that.
So he had to pick and choose. So did he give them their publishing back right before that performance when he wanted everybody to be on stage with him?
This just happened about 3 months or so ago.
Okay.
This just happened when he gave everybody publishing back and so forth. And, you have to ask yourself that why all of a sudden now you want to do that? Why now are you standing in front of audiences and writing $1 million checks to HBCUs and these kind of things? Why are you doing this stuff now? And why does it have to be on camera? If you want to give to historically black universities and colleges and things like that, just give it to them. Just hey, write a check. Do what you got to do, whatever. But the public persona, his image has been so badly tainted, because of everything that's been going on throughout the years. This is not nothing. This is like a snowball effect, rolling downhill. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. And the snowball is so big now. And everybody's like, listen, one person talk. Oh, I can talk. He paid her overnight. I'm going to get mine. So the floodgates have opened and everybody got a story to tell. You know, once a person gets, 50, 60, 70 years old, they don't give a hell. They don't give a damn no more. It's like, you're going to do something to me, just do it. But I'm going to make sure what happened to me be known. You know what I mean? So again, time catches us all at one point or another.
Get in your account.
This got to be Anisi commenting as me, child, because I just was like, what in the world is going on?
What's she talking about?
First, she said, hey, y'all, I thought it was my daughter. That's why I was just on mute. Yelling like, like, what are you doing? That got to be Anisi, though. What's up, Mac?
Yeah.
And speaking of Mac, y'all, in just a few minutes at 8:15, we're going to be going over to Mac's house because he interviewed me the other day, y'all. I was in the cigar, having a cigar chat with Mac.
Did you smoke a cigar or did you smoke something else?
No, I didn't smoke anything, actually. I thought we was doing 8, Mac. I thought we was doing 8. So I guess we're going to have to wrap it up early today, y'all. Yes, Anita, you just got Tommy in so much trouble because I was like, what are you doing in my chat, child? When I seen my name come across the screen.
Yeah.
She said, damn.
I wanna address Mac's comment though. When he said what he just said, it's a compilation of drama surrounding him.
Definitely.
And this has been since the 80s. Okay, these things have just been building and building and building and building and compounding because I've never heard a good story about Diddy. I personally have not. And I've known some people who have had close interaction with him, who've met with him and things like that, people who's been around him. And there's just not any good stories. Now you can sit up there and say, well, they just hating on him and blah, 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 and so forth. And you can say all that. Maybe it's hate. Okay. But nobody has a good story to tell about you.
Right.
I mean, you got to just think about that and say, I mean, even the most, heinous people, you could say, well, he used to give, candy to kids when he was younger. He was a very nice guy. You got people got nice stories about Ted Bundy.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And he was a serial killer.
Even Pam right here. Pam has went, like we just talked about Mace. He then became a pastor. He's still upset. Pam then went to the Lord right here from Total, y'all. Pam still feels the way. Loon, he turned Muslim. So like they really don't have nothing good to say.
You have to eventually go to the true God. You got to go back to the true God. It's going to run you. This business is going to run you back to the true God because it's so much nonsense that you see that has nothing to do with singing, dancing, acting. It has nothing to do with none of that. They out to rip your soul from your body, your consciousness, your integrity, your morals. Your body, they take everything from you. Okay, so
he became a pastor. You didn't know that? You knew that.
Yeah.
He said, what kind of pastor is Mace?
Well, I think Mace went Christian, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to his church now, but
I mean, he's doing a podcast right now with Cameron. They got a sports show that they do.
He did what with Cameron?
He's doing a sports podcast show now. It's very successful too.
Oh, okay.
Him and Cameron. Yep. So,
pastor of the sports, Mac. Pastor of the sports.
No, he's a church pastor. He's a church pastor. He went Christian. He went Christian. So, you see enough, you start seeking, higher authority. It's like this is crazy. This can't be. I couldn't just see what I just seen. Think about some of the things Cat Williams have said and got blackballed. You know what I mean? Cat Williams didn't want to bow down. So all Cat Williams really do now is his stand-up. You don't see him in movies like you used to. Every now and then you see him in a little series here or there.
Worse than Suge Knight.
What was that?
Anisi said Diddy is worse than Suge Knight.
I mean, that's a judgment call.
Well, we do have this that we got to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about it. Is he in jail now?
I think Keefe D is locked up. He's going through it. I mean, he started talking about certain things on other podcasts for years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like why Keefe D just didn't be quiet, but he kept talking and eventually
I heard that he felt like he was untouchable at this point.
Probably. But again, the chickens will come home to roost at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We have to learn from
Max said, did he make Suge Knight look like an after school special?
I don't know about that, but just so happened Suge is locked up now. Diddy is not. So
ain't he supposed to be getting out?
I think Suge got 25 years. I'm not sure when. That's what we getting out. But he's locked up and Diddy's not. So Suge's thing was kind of cut short in that regard. So but
if Diddy get put in there with Suge, it's gonna be an ugly day.
They ain't gonna put him in there with Suge.
It's gonna be a real ugly day.
Yeah, they ain't gonna put him in there with Suge.
What was you telling me about Carl Thomas? Because I personally don't know this story.
Well, I don't know a whole lot about it either. I know Carl Thomas was one of his artists, and it didn't leave happy. He just not pleased, and I don't think he has his publishing either. He only had maybe like 1 or 2 hits, anyway. But again, if let's say you got 1 hit record and it's a big record, right? And every so often they pick your song for commercials or to put into a film or whatever. You could live off that song for the rest of your life if the song is popular enough. You know what I'm saying? You only need 1.
I mean, Kaya is an example of that. My neck, my back is never gonna die.
No.
It's never gonna die.
And she was out here applying for welfare or whatever at one point. Because I guess
Kaya
you don't have
that girl. We love Kaya over here at the TheeEnicole channel. So be careful.
Yeah, well, does
she
she have the publishing?
She's gonna put you on that docket.
Does she have the publishing?
Listen, moving on. So Miss Marva has said that is crazy. No one has anything good to say. Diddy has no soul. Do y'all think he will be on trial early next year? It's possible because even though he, like I was telling you this, Alex, before we went live about him paying her immediately, that's kind of like an admission of guilt. And now everybody's coming out the woodworks at this point.
Yeah, when you do that, you open the floodgates.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen a suit settled that fast. Which the next day, which kind of tells me, or at least the media got hold of it the next day. I don't know when he paid her, but as soon as we heard the story, she got paid. So, but it
what
tells,
she was doing.
It basically tells people, it seems logical that she has enough on him that he need to keep her quiet ASAP.
Exactly. Let's hear what 50 got to say.
What 50 talking about?
Up and up. The nigga Puff, like he called, we should kick it on telephone and shit after the May shit.
Right.
And the nigga be like, matter of fact, they sent me the girl pictures of this girl, like not the shit that y'all saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me up?
Like penetration pictures and
nah, come on, man. Come on, Fifth.
All that, and I didn't even. I called the nigga. I said, "Yo, you fucking with this girl? Like, you like her like that?" And he was like, "Yeah, that's my girl." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna send you something. You look at it, you call me back." I sent him the photos, the pictures and everything. And the nigga called back and was like, yo, thanks, man. Yo, I really appreciate that. Yo, where you get these shits from? And I said, you know, like, because they know, like, if something crazy is going on, if they send it to me, I'll make sure it get out there. Like,
so that was about Cassie.
Again, listen, TheeEnicole, if you're doing scandalous things behind the scenes, if you participate in this initiation process, this indoctrination process, somebody filming you. It's a camera somewhere. Okay. They may tell you outright, you're being filmed, and they may have the cameras hidden, but rest assured you being filmed, and that's to keep you quiet. You ever decide you're going to grow a conscience, you're going to get some morals, you're going to grow some balls, whatever it is, you
definitely got something to hold over your head.
They got something to hold over your head.
Wait a minute now. Max said Suge beat up, slapped, and punked some grown men. He never abused women, from my recollection. So you don't know who Miss Chalet is?
he must
was for sure beating up Miss Chalet, okay? For sure. Fact.
Yeah.
Him and Dr. Dre abused that lady.
Yeah, Suge was a bad dude. Suge was a bad dude back in the day. You know what I mean? So
50 is what? 50 is so annoying. It was both of them, Mac. She has a child with both of them. And she got beat up by both of them.
Yeah, she got children by both of them. Yeah. But it's just interesting that the things that 50 saying. 50 had said something one time about Puffy offering to take him shopping. He said,
yes, let's go. Let's hear what he has to say about that.
You got that too?
It's like, yo, so when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga. We gotta kick it. This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he's like, yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him because I was like, this nigga, like, fucking, this nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. But there's just a little fruit. Puppy's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. Trust me. You see these little weird ass pictures and shit like that out there. You should sit out there for no reason. Like, you don't see accident pictures of me like kissing niggas. Like that doesn't happen by accident. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And I don't know if it's a joke, but 50 said he was gonna produce Surviving Diddy.
That's what he said?
he said he was gonna produce Surviving Diddy, y'all. Marvin said, I also heard that Cassie and her family, including her mom, they are in witness protection. Have you heard that? I haven't heard that.
No, I haven't heard that either. And just to go back a bit with Keefe D, I think we glossed over this. The reason why Keefe D is locked up and Puffy is having issue with that is because he's trying to implicate Puffy in Tupac Shakur's murder. So he has named Diddy in that, I guess, saying he was paid to do that. Diddy wrote the check or paid the cash, whatever the case may be. But that's what brought all that to light. That's what made the story bigger because he started pointing his finger at Diddy.
Nene said that's weird to take another man shopping.
Well, that's what 50 was saying. I mean, 50 got his own money. You know, you taking me shopping for? You can't groom me, kind of thing. You're not gonna groom me for the bullshit. So but
I ain't never took no female shopping, but back in the day, and I wanted to go to the mall. My friends ain't had no money. I'll get them a little shirt or something, but I definitely don't want no favors for the shirt, baby.
No,
I don't need no favors.
You're not doing nothing to me, I don't want done.
Exactly.
Everybody make choices, you know what I mean? And again, you want something bad enough, you're willing to do something unscrupulous to get it. You do what you feel like you need to do to get it, but you pay a price later. Everybody gonna pay the price.
Do you think that he has something to do with Tupac and Biggie?
What's hard for me to say, but I just know at that time they were all beefing. You know, when Pac got shot in that studio, they saying, you know, Diddy had something to do with Pac being shot in that studio. You know,
Exactly.
so you know, it was going on for a while, so it's hard to dismiss it. But of course, you know, none of us know. It would have to be proven in court. It's about having the proper evidence and everything to convict them. But honestly, you know, I think Diddy gonna pay a lot of money to stay out of prison. He gonna pay a lot of money in lawsuits and pending lawsuits because now the floodgates have been opened. So the question is, how much money you got to pay all these people? How much time you got left on this planet to stay free before they get enough to lock your ass up, if they can get it? Because
Right.
that's what it's about. Now it's gonna be about buying time. It's about buying time. This is what Trump going through. He's buying time. You can tie up the legal process for years on top of years.
I think his time running out. Let's hear what Jaguar White got to say real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Fucking Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy. His catalog. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. The commission. What happened to that album? It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy. And then starting his own company. So tell me something. I think everybody that knows Sean Carter knows that he will slump anyone in any relationship for $1.
Yeah, I know y'all can easily find everything that Jag said about Diddy because she be going in on him.
Yeah, Jaguar be going in on everybody.
Mm-hmm. And she has not been sued or for defamation of character or slander or none of that.
Well, you got to be careful who you go after because you don't know what they got on you. So it's sometimes better just to let them rant, because if you poke the bear, you're not gonna like what happens when that bear wakes up.
Speaking of people that have things on you, Kim Porter was about to release her book before she departed this earth. Her tell-all and I'll Be Sure has her manuscript of that book. And he almost lost his life.
Isn't it interesting though? And these are the things that we're talking about, how the stories have followed Diddy throughout the years. Because we've always known that, you know, Biggie was preparing to leave, you know, Bad Boy and go and do his own thing, and he ends up gone. All right. Kim Porter, who has a child with I'll Be Sure and has also children with Diddy, preparing a tell-all book, whatever, she gone. Okay, I'll Be Sure is connected with that. He was almost out of here. And now he's kind of quiet because he knew he was almost out of here. Oh, okay, so you start to think like, you know, what is going on? This trail of people, this trail of bodies, this trail of deceit and wrongdoings, and it's too much at some point. So it's like, how much more of this stuff do you have left in you to hide? You know, what are you willing to do to keep these secrets? And listen, the secrets are costing people their lives. Never underestimate what someone is willing to do, the extent in which they will go to keep a secret.
Right.
So some of my favorite shows on TV, I watch Dateline, I watch these, you know, Snapped, these docudramas where people do these heinous things to loved ones, husbands, wives, children. brothers. They do all this stuff to each other in secret and try to keep it a secret till it gets exposed by the law and they end up in jail. Like the extent people will go through, and most of it is for money.
I even watched the interrogations, and they be in those interrogations, you know, like they did not do anything. The fake tears and all type of stuff.
You cannot allow money to be your God. If you allow money to be your God, if you convince yourself that you want things that you don't actually need, you convince yourself that you need them, you do anything for them. Like, who needs a Bentley? What does a Bentley do that a Toyota doesn't do? Got four wheels?
It's okay to want nice things, but when you you know, are killing and stealing to get it, that's the problem.
Well, that's my point. It's like, what convinces you?
I just had to put that out there because you know people try to twist it like, oh yeah, we're not supposed to want nice things. Yes, you can definitely want and have nice things. It's about the motives and the means to get them. That's the problem.
Yeah, you don't destroy people's lives. You don't destroy your family, your so-called friends. You don't destroy communities because you want a big house and a mansion and a Bentley or whatever, you know, case is. You know, that's just not the proper way to go about things. And then when the shit comes back to haunt you.
Mac, I like that. I like how you said that.
there it is. Bottom line. Okay.
He basically said, make the money. Don't let the money make you.
All this material bullshit that we fight. That we fight and deceive and kill each other over and do these different kind of treat people badly over material shit that's going to get old. If you don't believe that shit, walk by a junkyard. Every car in there was showroom floor at one point. Now it's in the junkyard.
Hold on, Alex, real quick. I got to take a minute. Hey, y'all, if y'all not hip, y'all better go visit JJ Cicero. Her Instagram, follow her on there, and make sure y'all are checking out and streaming her music as well. Dope artist right there.
A lot of talent in the room.
Yes.
Yeah, go get signed to Bad Boy.
No, sir. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You're not doing it. Hey, listen.
Here go her tag, y'all. Make sure y'all follow her there.
You signed to some big money now. What you're gonna have to do is another issue, but you know, you get there.
Try to stay independent long as you can, because I love being able to say what I want to say and stand for what I stand for on my music to the artist that's up and coming. That's important. You know, that's what we basically been talking about the whole episode. Like when you, and it really doesn't matter what profession you go into, you got to know who you are and what you stand for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You have to have a moral base.
She said, hell no, not Bad Boy. Okay. Leaf, let the other Leaf know.
Oh boy, what's she doing in the chat? Oh my goodness.
In the chat, don't do her now. Welcome, and you're always welcome. Okay.
My daughter in the chat. So.
But yeah, you have to know what you stand for because you are going to be tested. Like there's no way around it.
You're going to have
certain things. You're going to be tested.
You're going to have a very strong moral base that you can stand on because they will come at you with everything they got. And you know, unfortunately, a lot of times too, it's not even about talent. Sometimes they just want to take a person that they want to just do whatever to and make them a star. See, the one thing you don't want to say, and I've heard this on movie sets or in auditions. You know, I had auditions for films and everything. Women come in there, I want the role. I'll do anything for this role, anything. Don't never say that.
Right, that's the wrong thing to say.
You do not say that to anybody because they're gonna say, "You want the role bad enough? Wait here. When the auditions are over, we'll talk to you." And you thinking, "Oh, I can get the role. I can get the role." No, you're gonna get 50 dinglings up in you. Okay, and then you still might not. You might get one role, and then they done with you after that. You know, the business for some reason cannot separate good business from sexual deviancy. They can't separate the two. They make it a part of it. It's like, what is being a sexual?
They need something to hold over your head so that you play ball when it comes to, you know, the next things that happen. Are you going to keep your mouth shut? Are you going to go along with the agenda? Because we talked about this, Alex, a lot. And I'm not going to just stick it on to race. So when you see a lot of celebrities pushing something, you need to look into it and see what's going on. Because they're not just doing it because it's just the best idea since sliced bread.
Right. And you heard what TheeEnicole said. You know, they want to know if you're going to play with balls. Isn't that what you said?
Oh, my God. That's not what I said.
What you didn't say that?
No, I did not. No, I did not.
Well, hell, you might as well have said that.
I can't with you, Alex. I just cannot.
You might as well have said it because that's what it's going to come down to.
Well, no, because I mean beyond that, because it's not just sexual things that are in the agenda. You know, it's a lot of agendas being pushed. That's not the only thing that's being pushed, and I feel like we gotta say everything because, you know, they might not come this route. They might come another way, but you have to be prepared at all times, especially when it comes to business. When you go into business, you have to know who you are, what you are willing and not willing to do, and you got to stand on it. Because there's a lot of people said that they wouldn't do what they already have done. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's intended to demoralize you to the degree where you just so ashamed to say anything. So you just go along to get along at that point. It's like, well, hell, I'm too deep in now.
Exactly.
You know, there was a time, E, where, of course, we love Minister Farrakhan. And the artists, out of fear of career suicide, would at all costs avoid Minister Farrakhan. Okay. He'd been calling out to them for years, stop doing this, stop doing that. And they would avoid Minister Farrakhan. But isn't it funny now in the last 10 years or so, these artists have been flocking to the minister.
Yeah, taking I just showed y'all. Hold on, where long picture at?
Right. They've been flocking to the minister. They've been meeting with him, you know, having him on there.
Slow down,
having him on there, having him. Yeah, we know about that shoulder, right? Having him on their podcast, having him consult them, you know, all these because they realize now everything that the minister was saying is actually true.
I was just about to say that. I watched stuff from him in 1992 that's still relevant. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's because, E, and we talked about this on a previous podcast, it's like it's relevant because it's true.
Exactly. Truth.
And the truth, the truth do not change. It don't get old. A lie will change 1,000 times, but not the truth. Okay. And this is why people fight so hard to keep truth from being exposed, because once the truth is exposed, that's it. You can't take that back.
And your daughter said, why they pushing Sexy Red so hard? That's one of the distractions. You know what I'm saying? When you're constantly being pushed a certain image, you don't feel so bad for being similar to it. You know what I mean? If only righteous and only moral things were being pushed, you would feel a little funny about going opposite of that. But when you're getting shown BS all day, when you're being shown negativity all day, when you're being shown us fighting each other, us disrespecting each other, us killing each other, you don't feel so bad to be in that number. Shit, again, the ones who feel crazy is the ones we trying to do the right thing.
Yeah. And you know, TheeEnicole, again, I don't think Sexy Red is talented. I just think that she's raunchy. I think that she's just nasty and raunchy, and that's Sexy Red, yeah. You know, I don't think she's talented.
I just feel like she's just a distraction. She's no different than the rest of them.
Right. So I just, and sometimes I'll be saying, look, am I just getting old, or this stuff is really just whack to me? It's
I mean, it's really nothing new under the sun, Alex, because y'all had y'all sexy reds. They just wasn't named sexy red.
Well, listen,
Y'all had y'all sexy red.
You go back to Chuck Berry, way back in the day. He made nasty songs. Ray Charles made nasty songs. Bill Cosby, when he first came out as a comedian, he used to cuss like Richard Pryor. He changed his style up. So we've always had that, but now because of social media, the internet, and everything like that, you can become a star so fast. See, back in them days, you actually had to work to get known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your daughter said, I'm just saying there's so much more talent out there. Speaking of so much more talent, y'all know the EP is streaming on all platforms right now. And we got JG Cicero in the building. And you can find her on all platforms. That's talent right there. And JG said right. And they make you feel like you are nuts when you be out here trying to say something truthful. And that's hard. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we have to band together. Us with like minds, because they got like minds and they banding together. And they seem to be making it work. Why can't we do the same thing?
Because here's the pattern. And we noticed this. We've seen it over and over again. Because the best way sometimes to hide something, the best way to do that is in plain sight. Okay.
Yep.
So here's the pattern. When somebody's ready to expose, their conscience got the best of them, and they ready to say something about something they've seen or whatever, the first thing they do is get the media to label you crazy. That's number one, right?
Yeah.
Let's label them crazy. Let's tell everybody they're crazy. Let's put stories out about how they do crazy stuff. They were dancing around in their underwear in the house. They were doing this and doing that. Let's make everybody think they're crazy. So they shoot at your credibility first, so nobody will believe what you're saying.
Exactly.
Then they try to tell everybody you're a drug addict. Oh, they're a drug addict.
Or they put a sexual charge on you.
Right.
Because the sexual, what people don't like, and just like you said, they hide things in plain sight. Or another where they hide it is in a book, some literature that you got to read. That's the only crime that you can get convicted of without reasonable doubt.
Right. That part. So, and once they label you,
the link is in the chat, y'all. Make sure y'all click that and support. Make sure y'all do that.
And once they label you a drug addict and that you're crazy, then they put hits on you. So once you are taken out of here, they say, oh, they committed suicide because they were crazy and on drugs, so they committed suicide. That's the pattern. Okay, and we've seen this over and over and over and over again. You know what we say? They had the whole world in front of them. How could they commit suicide? They had the whole world. How could they take their own life? Who said they took their own life?
Exactly. But we got to end it here, unfortunately, y'all, because we got to go across the street to Mactastic TV for cigar chats, y'all. His link is in the description. Mac, if you still in here, please drop that one more time so we could just follow you right on over there. Everybody get in their cars and caravan right across the street. Make sure y'all check out JG Cicero for sure. You will not be disappointed. And make sure y'all meet me back here tomorrow, because on the spot is going to be over here telling us a story, y'all.
Yeah.
I know you said 8:15, but we got to get our coats and our shoes on, and we got to get in the car, and we got to get on over there, traveling time, Mac. Traveling time.
Your coats and your shoes on. Don't forget to wash your ass.
Yes, please wash those asses. Okay, wash those asses and then hit that link. Okay. Wash them asses and hit that link. And take note of the things we saying, because I don't know about y'all, but we got some big things going on over here at Galaxy Productions. And we're not really playing those games. So if you're not coming with true intentions and you're not ready to get some money with some real people, please stay far away from us. Please.
Far
away.
Said
no stinky asses in the Scar Lounge, okay? And I just decorated in there. We don't want the wallpaper peeling off.
If they come near us, we're gonna hit them with the hit song that's sweeping the nation. Fuck you.
Y'all can find that under E on all streaming platforms. And don't forget about I Don't Give a Fuck About None of You Hoes by JG Cicero, okay? Because we not giving no fucks over here. If you not standing on what's right, we can't fuck with you. And it's just plain and simple like that. No love lost, be blessed, and be successful somewhere else, okay? We not hating. We just don't want to be a part of it. Just simple as that. So please hit that like button on your way out of here. We will be here same place, same time next Monday. Make sure that y'all check out Alex's Etsy store. The link is in the description. And Mac did drop the link to where we are going next. So meet us over there. And we will see y'all next time.
On my way.
This is TheeEnicole. You can always call me E, but don't never call me Nicole. Your presence is appreciated. Please be sure to hit that like button and that subscribe. It's always a vibe. In my galaxy.
Hey, it's Sean Dufresne from Ready to Love, and you are watching my girl, TheeEnicole.
Tasha Lyons telling you to tune into TheeEnicole.
This is Samson from Ready to Love, and you're tuned into TheeEnicole.
It's Winter from Love Marriage DC, and you're tuned in to TheeEnicole.
Make sure you guys subscribe to TheeEnicole. She is amazing. Click that button, subscribe, and you are going to enjoy all the information that she's going to share.
So come on over and tune in